I took somebody on a date too. First, we went to dinner, and I used to do security at this strip club, right?
Oh, that's where you took her?
And I took.
You did
No,
not.
you didn't.
And she said,
Was it the
this
Alaskan
was the
Bush
best.
Company?
I used to work there.
All my properties exceed appraisal. Hold this shit together like a staple. You my brother, I could not betray you. Too much money piled on the table. We got prize horses in the stable. I feel like SGA, the way I be making them plays. I'm going 30.
What's up, guys? Welcome to QMO Podcast. I'm your host, Montae. I got the big homie.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Leonidas in the house.
What's up? It's Liv, the real Liv B. You know who it is.
Today, man, special day. We have a special guest with us today. But before, I always like to tap in with the mental side of my my host.
Let's start with ladies first.
Ladies
Oh,
first.
I
Oh, I thought I was talking to.
So we know who has
okay,
the manners in the
hold on.
group. You know, I'm low key. I'm good. There's a festival going on by my house, the Ostrich Festival. So I think it's done now, but it was pretty cool to like spend my weekend kind of relaxing instead of being all like stressed out. You know, so mentally, I'm back from vacay. I went to DC, got to see my dad and my sister. I hadn't seen my dad in 2 years, so that was really nice. And then I got to kick it with y'all today, so that was a nice little check-in. Yeah. What about you, Unc?
Unc in the house, you know what I'm talking about? Family's dope. And then we spoke to Pops.
Yeah.
He's solid as hell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops.
Pop's cool.
Yeah, Pop's super cool. Me, man, I'm doing well, man. Like, I got my drink, so I'm doing all right. As long as, listen, my friend's been drinking over 20 years. We're not alcoholic.
Bro, last time he had a bottle of vodka like this big, and I looked at the end of the show and it was gone. And I was like, bro, you didn't pass that to him.
I spilled some of it.
Okay.
Yeah, he finished all that.
But no, I'm blessed, man. Too blessed to be stressed. Y'all know my
Love
mom.
that. Amen. Yeah.
Nah, that's good, man. I'm glad both of you guys doing pretty good. I'm recovering, after crazy weekend. We don't have to talk about that.
He got drunk for the first time.
Oh, shut up. That's not your place.
Sorry.
Yeah, we just had a long weekend. But I did go to church this
Oh,
past Sunday for the
amen.
first time. Felt really
Wow.
good. Trying to work on getting better at that. So, but it's not about me, man. Today we got a guest in here who specializes in just promoting Arizona and what Arizona stands for. And she's big into the foodie industry. We also had, a foodie creator. Shout out to Elijah for the last episode. So, but I feel like I don't want to categorize her in just like a foodie content because she also do a lot of other amazing shit. And I met her through a mutual friend. We don't have to say her name, but shout out to her for allowing this introduction. So, but without further ado, man, shout out to Jen from Taste AZ.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. It's past my bedtime, but we're here.
I'm sorry. Unc doesn't, I gotta make sure he's sober. This is my drunk Unc. He had
6 in the morning,
he had Bud Light this morning and all that stuff.
For breakfast. I say Nefru when I get drunk.
Breakfast of
Nefru.
champs.
That fruit.
No,
So how you doing,
that's
man?
a joke, y'all.
But how you doing though? Like, tell us what's new.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's new. I'm good. I've been staying busy with work. So I run social media for restaurants and bars in Arizona. So I run 9 accounts and then my own. So I stay very busy with social media life. Going to the Diamondbacks opening game tomorrow to highlight the
Congrats.
new food at the stadium for the season. So I'm very excited for that.
You also threw the first pitch.
I did throw a first pitch.
How was
Is that for
that?
the A's or
Yeah, the Oakland Athletics. And I actually collaborated with the guy who wrote The Simpsons that day,
Really?
which is insane. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
Did he tell you if there's profits on the show that like help?
everybody asked me that, but I did not ask him because I didn't want to be that person that like that's all he gets asked about. So I was like, I can't be that person. So we didn't even talk that
So
much
which
about
one
it.
you want to talk about first, the Simpsons or the first pitch?
I didn't never watch The Simpsons, so let's do the first.
Let's do it. So
Was
how
it
was that
nerve-wracking?
experience? Yeah.
Like was it nerve wracking like throwing the pitch?
So I used to play softball, so I wasn't like too nervous.
Okay.
they called me the day before and somebody backed out. So I felt like I was kind of like the second option. But it's fine. You know, it was still an option. So I got there and I invited some friends to help me film. And it was nervous going on. We didn't go on the mound. We went like halfway between because it's just too far. Right. Yes. And I threw, I would say, a ball. I didn't throw a strike, but that's okay. We can lie and say I did.
Yeah.
And then we went upstairs. We toured all the food and we tried all the food at the stadium. They have a peanut butter and jelly hot dog, which sounds disgusting, but it was very good. It was
I think he would eat
Is there
that.
sauce on it? Like, is it peanut butter and jelly on top, or is it like marinated, or like?
Yeah, it's like they drizzle the peanut butter and jelly, and then they put banana chips because Elvis
Presley.
Yeah. Because the A's are going to Las Vegas, so they had to play like the Elvis card for Vegas. So it was fun. We ate a lot. It was very full, but it was a cool experience.
I love that.
Shout out to Mr. Brown, a guy I used to work with. He would slide some peanut butter. He didn't do the jelly, but he did the peanut butter on a hot dog. And I used to look at him. But Elvis, I heard stories about Elvis doing that too.
With
what
the
does it
hot
taste
dog?
like? Like
It's like sweet and salty, and then with the banana chips, it was like crunchy and the meatiness of the hot dog. Like, I loved it.
I feel like I might like it just because I like salty and sweet. Like when I have my popcorn, I always have to have like chocolate with it.
But like if you've ever had a burger with peanut butter and jelly on it, like those were so good.
Sound like a Krabby Patty.
Never had that before.
I never had a Krabby Patty.
Like,
Me neither.
On SpongeBob when they put the little jelly on there and stuff from like the jellyfish.
Wow.
I'm an adult. I never watched it.
Sorry, I know you're 60 years old. Sorry,
but I will say this: but if you think about breakfast food, right? Like you eat a sausage, egg with syrup or jelly, right?
Yeah.
So I can see the peanut butter. It's same concept almost, kind of. Not with the hot dog, but the hamburger.
Yeah.
Right. So I can see that being
sweet, salty. It's all the things you need.
I saw a video of the first pitch, and I've never been to a baseball game where there was like a first pitch thrown. So I saw where do you throw to like just a random pitcher, or do you actually throw to the person like batting?
No.
Definitely not. Like to break the game, like I always assume the first pitch
kickstart.
Like,
that would be awful. Because then, like, what if it comes towards
she
me?
playing in the game? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, basically, I thought that's what you get. Like
that is crazy.
No, so she. Wow.
I watch basketball. Okay, that's my sport.
So she's throwing it to a catcher.
Okay, that's because it was on the mound, I think. Like,
yeah. So he like came up, introduced himself to me, and then I think he was one of the rookies.
Okay.
So he just was there to catch it and like shake my hand and sign an autograph, and then he was like, "Okay, get off.
That's kind of cool.
Let's start the game."
You got your shine.
It's less pressure, I feel like, because I feel so stressed if I had to start the game.
Right.
Hey,
And hit
first
the
of all,
player.
congratulations on that, because there's not a lot of people that get that that experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So congratulations on that.
It was crazy.
But the Simpsons, you didn't watch the Simpsons?
No, I wasn't allowed to. But like, so my life is wild. I've always been the person that DMs people. Like, I go after what I want. And so the Simpsons guy was in town and I was like, yo, what are you doing today? Like, he had no idea who I was or if I was like trustworthy. And I was just like, do you want to come to this food thing with me? And he was like, yeah.
So you
like,
randomly DM'd him and didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's
I like it.
dope.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's like,
What
so,
did he say when he responded to that? The first message. What was it like?
so is that a Simpsons reference?
Yeah, that's over.
I got it. No, so he posted on his feed that he was looking for like restaurants in Phoenix, and my friend tagged me, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, and I looked at his profile, and it said Simpsons, like comedy writer, and I was like, what the hell? So I was like, I'm just gonna DM him, and like, I think he was like a little like hesitant. And then I was like, yeah, you'll get free tickets and like all this stuff. And I'm sure if some rando messaged me and said that and like wanted me to meet them at a ballpark, I'd be like, nah. But he came, he met us, ate some food with us, and then left.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
If you would have said fool, I would have fell for that shit. But anyway.
That's a big inspiration, though, to just like you said, you go after what you want. Because I was telling Shanice earlier when we were at Panera that like you can do anything that you put your mind to. Like it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 followers. It doesn't matter if you have 100,000. I mean, like if you want to go after something, go after it and try. And that's awesome that like just messaging a random comedic writer.
It's the worst they're gonna do is say no. Like
Yeah.
I was in sports journalism before food, and I had to interview all these athletes like for school projects and stuff. And so I DM'd Terrell Owens on Facebook, and he freaking responded. And he was like, yeah, get in touch with my publicist. And he was the first major athlete I ever interviewed, and he was not very nice, but
Dang, T.O.
I interviewed him. Yeah.
T.O. wasn't very nice.
No, but he's known for not being nice. So, I mean, I was ready for it.
Oh, man, I was rooting for you, T.O. It's unfortunate. So you went from sports to food.
Yeah.
How did that even come about? Where did it start from?
So my whole life, I always wanted to be involved in food. I wanted like my own restaurant. I wanted to be on Food Network. I went into culinary school like after high school, and my phone. And then I got a job at Disneyland, and I was cutting vegetables all day, and I hated it. Like I cannot do the same thing every day for the rest of my life. And so I was like, if I have to cut another damn tomato, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh my gosh.
And so I quit culinary school, and when I came back from Disneyland, I went into sports journalism. And this is another thing, like I harassed some guy. We can say this now that I don't work for the team anymore, but I met him on Tinder, and we never met. We never went out, anything. And I harassed him over and over to get me a job with the Arizona Cardinals. And so eventually I got a job there before I got my bachelor's in sports, and I worked there for 5 years. And then COVID came, and I just remember us all being pulled into like a room in the stadium, and it was Friday the 13th, and they were like, you're being furloughed. And I had never been let go from a job or fired or anything in my life. And so I had been starting my food page before that came to be. And so I messaged some lady that owns a pizza joint in the East Valley, and I was like, hey, I'm losing my job. Like, can I work for you? And she was like, yeah, do you want to start tonight? And I was just like, what? No. Like, I am not ready mentally to work tonight. So I started the next day, and I went to deliver pizzas. And it was a very humbling experience to go from like your dream career to working with high school students delivering pizza. And at that time, I had to deliver pizzas to the old GM of the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow.
And so it was like this slap in the face moment delivering.
From the dude that just fired you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You tell him that? Like, thanks for
I don't think he even knew who I was. And I was like, I worked here for 5 years. You don't even know who I am, but cool. Yeah. I'm not going to go into detail about the Cardinals organization, but
I've heard of bad things, like compared to, I heard actual athletes talk bad about the Cardinals, how they run their organization. So.
yeah, you wonder why they don't want to stay on the team, but that's fine.
That's good to know, because I keep pushing Miles to pursue his dream career as a professional football player, but he says he's too
Maybe the Vikings are the top rated one. That's my team, so have him go there.
Really good.
Yeah,
Wow.
way better. So that's my journey to here.
So what pivoted you from delivering pizzas to like, you already had your page, but
gosh.
like, what made you just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna start, I guess, probably DMing restaurants and going to them and promoting their food? Like, how did you decide to do that?
So I never wanted to join TikTok. I thought it was the stupidest thing. And my cousin, she was like 12 at the time. She was like, you got to go on there. And everybody's just doing those damn dances. And I was like, I'm not dancing. Like, I have no coordination. And I started posting like stupid YouTube videos. So I would like make Kool-Aid pickles and then try them on camera. And I would cook on my coffee pot. So I would make like chocolate truffles in my coffee pot. And like looking back at these videos, it's cringy. But that's like how I started. And then I slowly like started reaching out to influencers because there was only like 10 at the time, I think. And I would just be like, how do you get invited to media events? Or how do you do this? But at that time, like no restaurants are open or so I was going and like getting takeout and trying to just take pictures at home and like create content that way and support these businesses. And then eventually I got invited to like a couple media events. And the first one that like took off for me was a Mexican ice cream shop in Glendale. And so I like took some pictures and video and then threw it together. And like I said, looking back at my content from back then, it was awful. And I don't know how it went viral, but it was like one after the next. And I would just like reach out to these restaurants and be like, do you want me to come and like film you like creating the most popular dish that you have on your menu? And so they would like invite me out. And I don't think restaurants really knew what influencers were at the time. And so they were very like hesitant and like I wasn't asking for free food per se. Like I was just like wanting to support them and bring them business. And a lot of that, like, so this was before like all these influencers started. So it was easier to go viral. So it would like sell out restaurants in like hours.
Wow.
And so I think one was a breakfast burrito shop and I think they sold 60% of like 60 times more burritos that day that the video went live.
Wow.
And I was just like, this is insane. And so I just kept doing it and it just kept working, I guess.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what was the first video that took off?
It was that Mexican ice cream
Mexican?
shop. And
Okay.
so
How many views did it get?
I think it was only at like 70,000. I'd say only, but 70,000. And at that time I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never had a video viewed that much. And it was like the donut thing called a concha and it was stuffed with ice cream. And so I'd never seen that before. And
That sounds amazing.
yeah.
Do you ever go back to the original places where you like that ice cream shop? Have you been back since that video went viral?
I don't know if it's open anymore.
Oh wow.
I think I looked it up once like recently and it was closed or yeah.
You
So
should
I
have
wanna try
kept.
that.
You should have kept doing content.
Right.
Wow.
But one of the first coffee shops I made a video for, I was just there tonight and saw one of the guys that I haven't seen since I made that video 4 years ago. And so it's just cool to reconnect. And
I bet he was happy to see you.
yeah, he was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen you in forever.
I would make them put my picture on the wall, but that's just me.
I don't want to be that person.
I do. Yeah, hey, I got you. No, that's tight, though,
But
man.
I have stickers now, so I
Oh, I love
stick
that.
them
Put
up.
it on there.
Yeah.
Circling back, you kind of said what I told them about what I love about you is how you give back to the community. Like you reached out to them not per se because you wanted free food, but because you wanted to let other people know, like the community know what's around and how important these restaurants are. Because restaurants, they struggle in certain times of the month. Like I worked in restaurants for 10 years, so I know slow season versus busy season. And being in Arizona, sometimes it gets kind of dry. Like even resorts nowadays give people discounts during the summer because there's not a lot of people. So I just love that about you, that you just continuously, even now, even though you have 102,000 followers, you still go back to restaurants and just pay your dues. And like sometimes you'll pay for things just because you want to give back. And that's amazing. Because I worked with a restaurant recently, not going to give their name because I still work with them, but they have influencers come in and out of there and they waste their food. They take one bite, take their videos or photos, and then they're like, they waste it. And the servers will complain to me and be like, girl, I love that you come here and you actually try the food and you try the drinks and you talk to us. Because people just go in and out and they don't care about the restaurant. They don't care about the employees. And so that I love that about you. Like that's what makes you different than a lot of the influencers out here.
Yeah, I think a lot of the newer, I don't want to classify them, but the newer ones, like when we were starting, like that group of us that started back in 2020, a lot of us would pay on our own dime. Like we didn't expect anything. I never expected free things or to get paid. I feel like you have to like work your way up to that level, and you can't just expect free things. And I think a lot of people see influencer life as like, oh, you can just go ask this restaurant for free food and that's what you get. And like a lot of them won't even tip the server. And it's like, I don't know. It just frustrates me. So I pay for a lot of my stuff even now. Like, and two, I feel like that gives you an opportunity to be almost more honest about like not worried about if
What
they're
they're
going
gonna
to be
say.
offended. But there are some that don't even eat any of the food. And that bothers me
Bothers me so
because
much.
I'm here gaining weight, like eating all this food, like to tell you how it really is. And like, I feel like too, things are so expensive nowadays that why am I going to lie or not even mention the food and tell you to go spend your hard-earned money on something that's not good? Like, I can't do that in my bones. Like, I can't tell you to go eat somewhere that's awful. Like, I don't know. But
And that's probably why this took off for you, because that's your passion and you being honest about it, and it's something you enjoy doing. I don't like wasting food. Man. I can't stand wasting food.
even I'll get like 7 to-go boxes, and it's like, I think I told you, like, I'll eat little bites of everything, but it still adds up over time when they bring you 15 dishes. And I'll just like go give it to friends or my parents for their lunches the week of. And so I don't like to waste it either.
I started bringing my friends when I do like certain content days or like foodie events, because it's like they give you so much food or drinks, and it's like I can't. There's like 8-9 drinks at one time. I'm like, I can't do this all by myself. So I think more people should kind of be mindful of how much money goes into investing in influencers too. Because again, sometimes you don't get paid. Sometimes it's just a free product, but it's important to see the value in that rather than just, okay, here's the picture, here's that. Because what if your video doesn't do well? And then you're just like wasting their time and energy. And
that's the risk that we all take.
Yeah.
Is sometimes it doesn't go well or go off and go viral. And they've either paid us or given us all this food. And it's like, well, the internet is unpredictable. And
Are there like any trends like that you like and don't like, since we have so many like foodie influencers?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Like, because I know like you guys see everyone that's in that circle, like see what's being posted. Like, anything that's like annoying, like, damn, like this motherfucker right here. Like, we don't have to say names.
She will say names.
We don't have to say names.
No, I can't. I think I'm already like the influencer that everybody knows, like just talks mad crap about. I try not to, but I don't know if there is people that are starting out that I think use our platforms to boost theirs. And so I've had a tagline in my profile for 5 years. It says supporting places that deserve hype, because that was like my thing. Like, I wanted to go to the places nobody else was featuring, because we all get invited to like media events and we're all there filming the same content, posting the same restaurant. And I was like, I don't want to be that person. Like, I don't want to post what everybody else is posting. And so like there was one girl that took my tagline, and it's like, I don't own it. But at the same time, like, you are following me, you see that it's on my page. And then she stopped using it, apologized, and then she blocked me and started using it again.
She was like, that was working.
Yeah, right. And then when she had to change it, she didn't like that. So there's just little annoyances. And then like I started a burger series, and then I see other people watching every single burger video I post, and then they go to the same one, and then they're like, oh, I'm looking for the best burger. It's like, oh, are you? Weird.
It's a copycat game for sure.
So it's like, just find your niche, stick to it, go to new places. We don't all have to go to the same ones. Like some of them, we'll repeat and post about. But you can be creative and be different. And I feel like the trend I don't love, and I do it sometimes, is the eating in the car. And I know a lot of chefs hate that.
I've seen a lot
Really?
of those.
Yes.
Why?
Like chefs I follow, they're like, why are these people eating in the food? Because like if they're eating in the car, it's not properly portraying the food how they wanted it presented. It's maybe hours later, 30 minutes later and it's
I
sitting
can
in
see
this
that.
box.
I
Like,
can see that.
yeah. So they're like, it's not portraying our food correctly. And then you're eating it and it might not be as good as if you ate it fresh in the restaurant. And so I don't love that. But I do that with my breakfast burrito series because like, I don't want people watching me like eat and like be like, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I hate being like watched when I'm filming. So I think that's a trend I don't like.
I feel like a breakfast burrito is okay though, because that's like already wrapped.
Yeah.
Not like what more can they put
It's
on
not
a
like
plate
a
other than
filet
salsa
mignon,
and
like, and
yeah,
mashed potatoes.
asparagus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did see a video of you actually, because you're talking about like copycats, because there's a difference between copying and being inspired, right? You can watch a
Yeah.
video and be inspired and do your own little spin, but when you copy word for word or take your content and then post it and don't tag the right person,
Oh,
because
God,
I
yes.
saw there was like taste of AZ instead of tastes of AZ.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I like them. They're
Okay.
I came across
They're
that
cool.
video too, and I wanted to ask: you're not affiliated with them, are you?
No.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
they did start after me, but I feel like they're doing something so different that it's not even like competition in that sense. Like they're doing a podcast, they're doing a magazine and the food event that they throw. So I feel like that's okay. But there are like not media companies, but these Instagrams that start and they take other people's content without
Mhm.
asking, and they don't even like credit us sometimes.
Yeah.
And then their account grows to like 300,000.
Mhm.
And you're like, you're not even creating your own content at that point, and you're stealing other people's for your gain.
Yeah.
So that makes me.
Do you
really
like
angry.
trademark your videos? Like leave some type of watermark logo?
Mm-mm.
Probably should.
I mean, if they because I know the way to download Instagram and
Mhm.
TikToks and without the watermark.
Mhm.
So like anybody can do it.
Mhm.
Ah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
you
Yeah.
can.
So yeah, it ain't too much nothing you can do about that. So,
Yeah. I can block them, but what's that gonna do?
Somebody gonna post it.
Yeah, they'll find it again somehow.
That happens in a lot of niches though. Like a page will have another person's video and post it, and then they have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they
Mhm.
become like a meme page or like, and they
Yeah.
still don't give credit to those people. And I'm kind of just like,
There's a ton of those in Arizona, and it's
and
frustrating.
they grow and grow, and then the people in the comments. This is what I hate. The people in the comments won't have or wouldn't have seen the original video, so they
Mhm.
automatically think that's the original poster, and they'll be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I love you so much," and I'm like, "You didn't see it on TikTok first. Like that's not even their
Yeah.
page." And it's like, I don't know why I get so mad because it's not even my content, but
Yeah.
I feel for them.
But it's like I'm struggling to like get paid for my work, and
Yeah.
then you're capitalizing off my
part.
content
Yeah.
that I spent my money on, my gas. Like, it's just frustrating.
Let me ask you, what's the strangest thing you ate? What's something that you ever tried that
I'm like thinking
that you would
the peanut butter chili.
Well, hey, what would you say if?
Were you gonna ask more?
Nah.
Yeah.
What would you?
We was waiting.
I know she actually saw it. What would you say is what would you say is something that you thought you would never try, but you tried it and it was good?
I don't know if it's like wild, but I don't really eat seafood. Like, I think a lot of my followers know that. And so if I do post seafood, they're like, did you really eat it? But I will try everything like that comes to my table. Like if a chef brings it and they really want me to try it, I will try it. So one chef, Christopher Collins, at his restaurant, he brought me oyster Rockefeller, which I will never put a raw oyster in my mouth. I think they're disgusting.
Oh.
If you see me eating one, I'm probably being held captive. But he brought those and he's literally standing there watching me until I ate it. And I was like, can you just like walk away and then I'll like
Oh my gosh,
force
no,
it down.
He didn't.
Yeah, so he was just watching me and I ate it. It's got all the butter, the cream, the spinach, cheese, and it was good.
Yeah.
I just freaks me out. It's like a
That is
snot
kind of weird.
rocket.
You watching, like, all right, bro, you can come back.
Yeah, there's so many chefs that do that.
They
They
want to
like
make
want to
sure.
see your reaction, and you're
that's their
like,
work.
That's
Yeah.
what I do when I cook. I'm like,
Yeah, they
"Yeah."
want, hey, they want to see. Yep, they want to see that
Yeah.
look, that first look. So
and I'm like, but I was also telling somebody, and this is a little off topic, but I've eaten so many things over the last 5 years that I think my palate is like, I don't want to say so far advanced, but like, I just feel like the average person's not going to be like so picky. And so sometimes I'm like, I feel like this would be really good if I was like 5 years ago. But like it's hard. And then I don't want them watching me. And like, what if I don't like it? And you're just like, staring at me. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably the weirdest. I've eaten like sheep.
Wow.
Lengua, cabeza. I will say
Sheep's
one taco stand gave me lengua, which is tongue.
Oh my
But they usually shred it up and I'm fine with it. Cut it like it was a steak. And so it was like this fat, thick tongue on a tortilla.
Was it
and
like a cow tongue or what?
Yes.
Oh my
And
god.
I could not
Oh my
Couldn't
god.
eat it. I was like, can I get a to-go box? Like, I'm not going to eat this.
God.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Ow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure it was delicious.
So did you give it to?
I'll put it in a to-go box.
I
I think
would
I
have
had,
sauteed it at home. But salt pepper.
probably gave it to a homeless person
Oh.
or something. Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
I don't know what I did with it, but I didn't eat it. So
Okay, that was the weirdest thing. What was like the most memorable or like most amazing food item you've had?
oh,
I know you've
that's
had a
hard.
lot.
I will say I love Bacanora. That's down here. I don't know if any of you have eaten
I've
there.
never
I think
heard
I've
of
been
it.
there before.
It's
one
on
time,
Grand
though.
Avenue.
Yeah.
I just love his food's like simple Mexican food.
Okay.
So he doesn't have an oven or anything. He just grills everything, or it's like fresh vegetables. And so his steak is just
It's a small
Incredible.
restaurant, right?
very small.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
And his
Yeah.
steak is very expensive, but it is so. I'm a steak person. Like I love steak, so that was delicious. The place I was telling you, Humble Bistro, he has a mushroom pasta, and he puts like lemon zest and ricotta on top, and like chili flakes,
Oh
and
my
it's homemade pasta. It is so good.
Gosh, I love pasta. I was gonna
So
ask if
good.
Mexican food was your favorite, but you think like steak.
Oh, I love Mexican food.
I
It's
wanna-
kind of special.
I
Place
do want
for
to
me.
talk to you. So when we was at this event and we met, what's the guy name?
Jack Ryan.
No,
Jack
not Jack
Arnold?
Ryan.
Jack-
The guy from The Bachelor.
Oh yeah,
What's his name again?
I don't.
Oh, the
Chris,
host guy?
Chris
Chris.
Was it the host?
Chris
He was
Collinsworth,
a host.
Yeah.
something like that. I should know this.
And we were talking
but-
about barbecue.
Hmm.
And you said she said barbecue is not the best.
Don't
barbecue
say
spot.
that out loud.
Oh, well, not okay. All right, she didn't say that. She didn't say barbecue's not the best. She said it's not the top. Wait, whatever. Just disregard.
Put me
that.
on blast.
No. Let's change it. I said
all
barbecue was
red.
the best barbecue spot, and she was there's a lot of good options.
Mm.
I
That's
said
what she
there's
said.
not a lot of good options.
Oh, she said not a lot of good options.
And that's not one. Of
So you gotta check out Frazier's. We
Okay.
talked
Hold
about
on, this
that.
ain't about you.
I know. I'm trying to help clean you. All right, my bad. Yeah. So barbecue's what?
Anyway, so I wanted to know
Your favorite place?
your favorite place, or like top 3, because
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
from the
that's a good
south,
one,
so
top
we
3.
love barbecue.
I love
So-
barbecue. So, okay.
And she didn't say that, by the way.
No, I never said
Yeah,
that.
she never said that.
This dude.
Lies. So, the place that everybody talks about, Little Miss Barbecue, I think I need to give them another
Little Miss,
chance.
yeah.
Yeah, because when I went, here's my thing about barbecue places, and I swear I'll get to the point of all this. But if you are going to sell barbecue and you're open all day, if I go there at 6 p.m., your barbecue better be just as damn good
Mhm.
if I'm going at 10 a.m.
Uh-huh.
when you open.
Right.
Don't stay open late if you can't keep good product.
Amen.
So I went at like 5:30 p.m. They're sold out of most of their stuff. And it was like chewy, dry brisket. And I was
Not
like,
the
this is what
brisket.
everybody is talking about. And so that's my pet peeve with barbecue. So there used to be a place in South Phoenix called Texas Barbecue House.
Oh, I heard
and-
of Texas barbecue.
It was so good. They were only open 10 to 2. So
Oh.
like if you work a 9 to 5, you're probably never going to
Oh,
go there.
Yeah.
But it was like the best
Yeah.
barbecue ever. Now there's a place in Apache Junction, which I
Mhm.
never thought I'd go eat in
Mhm.
Apache Junction, but it's called Papa Bear's. He's from Texas. I think because I
You
was
did
born in
mention
Texas.
that. Okay.
So his is really good. He'll do like the burnt ends on Fridays. He does the what are the beef ribs that are huge. His stuff is really good. And then the other one is in the West Side, and it's Barking Cow Barbecue. And so it's a food truck on 90. Well, it was on 99th Ave in Thomas. I don't know where he is now, but his stuff is good. He trained at Terry Black's in Texas.
Wow.
So he learned how to make
Like
barbecue
Wow.
damn well.
Yeah.
So those are probably my two.
Food trucks
favorites.
honestly have really good food. Like,
Mhm.
like they should open. A lot of them should open their own restaurants. 'Cause-
Such a grind. Too.
Definitely.
yeah, man.
It
It's
is.
so hot
Have you
on
ever been to
food.
Cald? It's what?
No, go ahead.
Have you ever been to Caldwell's barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the one in Chandler, or the new one with like the water park, or like
I haven't been to it's Pecan.
Pecan Lake?
I
Yeah.
haven't been over there yet.
Okay.
I've been to the one. Is it Gilbert or
There
Chandler?
is. I think it's the Gilbert Chandler
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
I've been there.
Okay. You know. No.
It's okay.
I thought it was cool that they like you could go inside like the, I don't know what they call it, like the grill or whatever. Like they have it all out. Yeah, the pit. Yeah, it was kind of cool to like see them cook, and they were talking all about how they marinate, and I was like, that's so cool. But maybe I just haven't been to enough barbecue places here.
I mean, a lot of people love that place.
Yeah.
So, like I said, maybe I'm just picky in a different way, and
Yeah.
that is really good to some people.
My palate isn't fine like Jen's.
No. But I think people said the pecan, whatever,
I think it's pecan.
is better.
Than that one.
Yeah, than the
Oh.
Gilbert Chandler one. But
It looks fun. Like it's like, I don't know if you guys know what we're talking about, but Pecan Lake there's like a barbecue place, and then I don't know if it's a resort as well or something, but there's a huge like theme park where you can like
Yeah.
slide, glide,
like
like
zip lines.
zip line. Yeah, it's like huge. It's so cool. Like I wanted to go out. I wanted to do a collab with them, but I don't think they ever.
Oh, they DM'd me, and I
Oh.
was like, okay, we'll make it there one day.
And you mentioned a spot with Fraser. Is that what
Yeah,
it was?
Frazier's. It's so being from St. Louis, it's funny because people always ask like, what barbecue spot do you go to? I'm like, my auntie house,
Right.
my uncle house, because that's all we damn near do is we do a lot of barbecuing. Somebody barbecuing, right?
Yeah.
But when I moved out here to Arizona, being from St. Louis, because we have our own style pizza, all of that.
Yeah.
But it's a spot out here called Frazier's. And the guys that are there, they are originally from St. Louis, and they took a lot of the recipes from St. Louis. So we got Emo's Pizza, our pizza. We got our gooey butter cake. That's a St. Louis thing. Toasted ravioli.
Oh,
That's all of
That's
one
a St.
place.
Louis thing.
That does sound good.
And then they got barbecue. So yeah. So I've been there once, and I had the Emo's Pizza, and I didn't like it compared to back home. But my cousin just ordered some not too long ago, and they stepped a pizza game up. But I think it's 2 locations out here. There's one on Indian School and like 24th,
Arcadia.
some in that area. But yeah, it's a St. Louis, so you might have to
I'll try
put that
it.
on the, you know what I'm saying, on
got
the
you.
to-do list. you
Isn't
know?
I will say there was another pop up. His thing's called Bearded Barbecue. And his stuff is pretty damn good too.
bearded. Does he have a beard?
He better have a
Yes.
beard.
I'm like, wait, I don't know.
hope so.
Is it
Yeah.
Frasier's a TV show, or is that just
It used to be.
okay? Hey, 97.
So like, being in this industry, you know, what are some advice you can give to, you know, other, because everybody want to be an influencer at this point in life. So
That's true.
and nobody want to work anymore.
No one wants to work.
I
They just want to
totally
be
get it.
famous.
You know,
Yeah.
jobs not really paying for real, unfortunately. But I mean, you've been doing this for, you know, how many years would you say?
5.
5 years, and you're doing pretty well for yourself. Congratulations. But you know, for those who's considering it, like, you know, what are the pros and cons? You know what I mean? Because I know the shit not easy.
Yeah. So when I was in sports journalism school, I think this applies to is that a lot of people thought they were going to be like the next ESPN reporter.
Stephen A.
Yeah. And I was like, you're not. Like,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
like
sorry.
very honest. But no, it's true. Like, if you think about the influencers that hit like 2 million followers or whatever, that's like 1%. Like, you're lucky if, like, I don't even know how I hit 100, like, to be completely honest.
You're amazing.
But like, it's so hard to create new things, to be different, to stand out. And if you're going to be just like everybody else, you're not going to grow. And people aren't going to follow you. Like, and I think now people are going into more of authentic people and they want to see the real raw. They don't want over edited. They just want to see you like, that's why I think the car thing worked so well, which whatever. To each their own. But I think too, the hardest part is the toxicity of the industry. You think it's like rainbows and butterflies and like you just get free food and everybody's friends and collaborates. And a lot of people will message me and be like, why don't you collaborate with other influencers? And I was like, you don't understand. Like, we may seem like we're friends and we all hang out, but we don't. Like, there are some that do. But like media events too, they'll put us all at one table and we're like, do you know that we don't all like each other? And now we have to have dinner together. Like, it's so awkward.
We got beef, literally. And
Yeah.
Seriously.
But it's also like these people, you're acquaintances with them or maybe friends with them or maybe hate them. And you're like, I'm constantly watching what, I don't want to say I'm watching what they're doing, but like comparing yourself. And that like plays heavily into your mental health and like
competitive.
I'm on my phone 9 hours a day. Like, and when I see that notification pop up, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to go for a walk. I need to go do like a hobby or something to clear my mind because you just fall into this toxicity and then you get negative comments on the internet calling you fat or making fun of the way you pronounce words. And it's just, it was way better 5 years ago. And now it's like even worse. And people are very nasty and the world is a tough place, you know?
Definitely.
And so you have to have very thick skin. Like if you're going to be on front of the camera doing this and you have to really love what you do. Because I think also people don't realize how much time and energy it takes. And like, I don't think I have days off.
No.
I don't know about
It's
you.
like a
but
full-time, it's like a full-time job. Like, I mean, I'll sit in front of my phone and like, I was telling Shanice's earlier, I saw a post that says that when you're a creator and you have 5 videos to edit, that's like having laundry that you haven't done for 5 days. Like, people don't understand that it's a lot of work. It's not just you record a video and then you post it. Like, yeah, you can do that, but that's not creating the authentic or creating the content that people really want to see that's going to catch eyes, that's going to be like, oh, I want to watch this again. I want to watch this again. Like Instagram pushes, and I don't know about TikTok. TikTok's kind of easier to go viral, I think. But like for Instagram, they push like quality. Like if your video is in HD or if it's not like catching them within the 3-5 second mark, they're not going to push it. So I don't know. I just feel like it's important for you to like take your time and like edit and do that stuff. And people don't realize that not everyone can do it.
True.
You can want to, but.
And thank you for sharing that, because people, like you said, people see it and they just looking at the positive. They looking at money or whatever. They looking at all the good of it. You know, like my Uncle Bill DeVille say, it take all kind of people to make a world. It's unfortunate that we have to say you got to have haters to you doing something if you have to have haters. It shouldn't be haters at all.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you got those type of people. It's all type of people make a world that got to just be assholes. You know what I'm saying? So, man, keep doing what you're doing. You killing it. And
yeah, I'll talk about the pros too. Is there's so much opportunity out of it too, and I always try to like reference this again when things happen. Is always be nice to whoever you come across. Like you literally never know when this person can help you. This person may be connected to somebody else. Like the reason I just went to Mexico is because of a taco shop I collaborated with 5 years ago that I met the owners twice and they invited me to go to Mexico with them. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
that's dope.
Like you never know, like the Simpsons guy, like who knows what's going to come of that. But like the connections are cool. And if you are real, true, and authentic to yourself, like you'll get great opportunities, like throwing out a first pitch. Never thought I would ever do that. And that happened. Never thought. So years ago, I pitched a show to the Food Network that I wanted to travel to every sports stadium and try the food and like have my own show. And now I feel like, not that I'm getting to that level, but I'm getting that opportunity to go to Chase Field and be invited and try this food and create content around it. And so it's like, dreams can happen. You just got to hustle and know that it's not easy. But
That would be fire, though.
Yeah,
That would be
I can
amazing.
see that, girl.
definitely
That'd be
Travel,
awesome.
yeah, because if you think about it, like, what are they eating in Spain at the soccer games?
Wow.
They're not eating hot dogs and nachos, and
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know what they're eating, but
Definitely clean. I can tell you that.
right,
for
cleaner
sure.
than what's here.
Cleaner than what's here.
You have a
Not
background in all
Peanut
that.
butter
too.
and jelly. But yeah,
Nah, that's tight, man. Nah, that's dope.
I
That'd
wanna-
be cool. Oh wait.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Thank you. I was gonna say you have a lot of background with that, like sports production, right?
Mhm.
Broadcasting. So that would be really cool to see you like incorporate everything and like travel. I wish you well in that endeavor and don't give
Yeah,
up.
that
Like
would
keep
be
pitching
amazing.
that idea because someone's gonna pick up on it. Like
Yeah.
you never know who the Simpson writer knows producer wise,
Yeah.
you know. So
And the fact that you saying treat everybody right, like,
Yeah.
and that's what I take
Yeah.
pride in. What we got right here, like everybody talk to everybody, like that we come across, we treat everybody with respect. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that
saying?
Mhm.
Nothing but love, and we get it back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So nah, so and I believe it doesn't matter how big we get, we gonna be.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
one of
for
us
sure.
might change up a little bit, but we don't. No, we always humble. All of us humble, man. Humble beginnings, and that's who we are. So,
Yeah,
so that's
it's just
dope.
about helping people and showing your heart, helping them out.
you were kind of saying that earlier at our meeting though, just
Yes.
like giving back. You know, we want to be that voice for AZ.
Yeah,
The most reward honestly, like I can't. Sometimes I can't take my own advice, but I can give somebody else advice. But I can also help them, and it helps me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It comes back. So.
I wanted to ask you, like, how do you decide, like, what, like, restaurant to feature next? Like, when you're going through your schedule, like, how does it come about?
So years ago, I would scroll for like 2 to 3 hours every night through Yelp or Instagram and try to find restaurants that I wanted to try. And I still have a list of like 500 places
Wow.
that I need to go to, but there's too many. Now it's more restaurants will reach out to me through DM or email, or PR companies will invite me to things, or it's just places that I've seen and I want to go try on my own, and I don't even message them anymore to like collaborate.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, but I'm like, I just want to go and eat and have an honest review, and I think people don't like the honesty.
Gotta be honest, though.
Like when I like do the rankings, I think people get offended, but
Hey,
Like, what do you
step your
expect?
game up, baby. Step your
Yeah.
game up. So get your ranking better.
But there's just, I feel like there's a new restaurant opening every day or closing, or there's too many restaurants that I can't keep up. They'll be like, did you try this? No, not yet. Like, and then I try to eat at home too, because it's like too much food and calories, and
So how do you balance out, you know, eating out and then, like, your personal health?
I don't.
Oh.
No.
You went to the gym today?
No, I didn't today,
Yeah.
but call me out. I'm too sore. No, I was doing like personal training, but it is very difficult to eat for a living when you're supposed to be in like a calorie deficit to lose weight. Because like I told you, eating little bites of food adds up, and
Yeah.
if you're eating hot dogs and burgers and chicken wings, and like I had fried chicken today because I was doing a photo shoot, and I was like, I'm gonna eat some food.
Well, I'm hungry now. No, I'm just
Yeah. I have a fried
But
pork
it's
chop.
just, it's very difficult to lose weight and do this. So that's another con, I guess. It's like, don't expect to be skinny unless you're not eating the food. Like some of these.
Why you point to me?
No, not you, but you said that. And like,
Hey, she can put some food down, man.
yeah, you said she's always eating.
I do realize it.
But my uncle always says, like, never trust a skinny. What the hell am I saying? Never trust a skinny food blogger or a chef. Like, you know, they're not eating the food then. And I saw a funny TikTok, and the guy was like, we're not trusting influencers with thigh gaps.
Oh
And I was like, I like that.
I do not have a thigh gap, and I have a fatty. So-
You don't have a thigh? You have a thigh gap?
no, I don't, and I have a
Oh.
fatty. Like the food goes to
Oh.
my butt.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would like for you to like discuss like the culture of Arizona, like for people who never been here,
love you.
because Arizona is becoming like such a popular place to visit, especially like with food and just like places to go, club, nightlife, all that craziness. But like, for someone that's never been here, how would you describe like the food life culture here?
Man, it has changed a lot in the last 5 years. I think we're growing a lot, and we have a lot of diversity in our food, but also not enough. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants, like a lot. But what I think is cool is Arizona's a melting pot. So I was just talking to somebody about this, is like most of the people from here are not from here, like the ones that live here. And so it brings a lot of people from all over, and then they can try new cuisines. Like there's a girl, Chef Patty. She has a Nigerian food truck.
I
love Chef Patty.
Shout out Chef Patty.
Like that's some kind of food that I've never had in my life. And Phoenix has that as an option. Mesa has all the Chinese food. Downtown Phoenix is now like Grand Avenue is like becoming a popular spot with all these Mexican restaurants. And so I just love to see the growth of it. I don't know how many years it's going to take, but maybe one day we can become like a Chicago or a New York where we have these Michelin restaurants and stuff.
That'd be nice.
But I just feel like it's hard to get to that level. And then a lot of people go out to eat, but I feel like are very picky and they don't want to explore new foods. So I'll see people at like Chili's. I was at Chili's yesterday. Ew.
Chili's in a minute.
But it's like, I wish Arizona people would try new things and branch out a little bit more and like expand their palates.
And like stick to chains. Yeah.
But I think we are growing, and is like good diversity, and like if you're coming here, there is something I think for everybody to try, and there are cool spots that are like top chefs, like Renee from the James Beard. He won that. Pizzeria Bianco. Like we have some really cool chefs and like some destination restaurants that a lot of people want to come to, which is cool. So I just feel like it's a good food city.
I agree. At first, I didn't think so. Chinese is Mesa. Are you talking about on Dobson and like
H Mart area and all that? Yeah.
But like we have a lot of downtowns because we got Gilbert, right? We got Mesa. We got all of them got a downtown, and it's a whole lot of restaurants. So yeah, we got a lot of food in Arizona.
Yeah. I wish some of the downtowns would like branch out a little bit more. Like Gilbert, I feel like it's mostly like the chains, the popular chains and stuff. And that I'm kind of getting sick of is a lot of the same chains opening up and not enough new stuff. But it is a challenge to open a new spot and hope that it takes off over here.
Some of the best food be the holes in the ones the holes
it's the hole in the wall.
Yeah, because it's like the chains kind of like, I feel like they get to the point where they're trying to save money and they're trying to do, you know what I mean? And they lose that passion or whatever that they had. But the hole in the walls be the best.
Well, that's what I'll say too is don't be scared at what the outside of the place looks like or the inside, because that's some of the best food you're ever going to have. Like one of the places, Harvey Weinberger's, is one of the best burgers you're going to eat. And it's in this janky dive bar. And like most people wouldn't probably stop in if you drove by, but it's one of the best places.
I like it. What's one dish or restaurant for someone who's listening right now where you like, if you had to say, guys, I think y'all should really try this restaurant, what would you pick? Or a dish?
I would probably go back to Humble Bistro. The chef Jorge is great. He was on Chopped, so another great chef. He's got 2 locations, one at High Street, one in Gilbert. Homemade pasta. So I don't really love vegetables either. And he makes crispy Brussels sprouts with like a jalapeno cilantro hummus, candied bacon.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I don't know if there's cheese on there. I can't remember. But it is so good. His french fries are delicious. His burgers. He makes a cauliflower tahini. Like, he makes me want to eat vegetables, which is weird. And I don't love pasta either. And I go to his place like once a month because the pasta is so good. His mussels are great. Like, his food is incredible. And it's just like a chill vibe, wine bar.
It's called a bistro.
Humble Bistro.
Let me check that out.
We got to put that on
Very
the list.
good.
Humble Bistro.
It's always like consistent too. There's some places I love, but they're not very consistent. So that's one that's great.
She likes the same joint you like at Evo. What is it?
The whip feta.
Oh, that is so good.
I could drink that thing.
That shit's fire.
It is
like
fire.
the plate clean.
Because you can have it with the apples or the bread.
Yeah.
We
I
had,
didn't even see the fruit. I just saw the bread, like the
Bread
pita
is
bread or whatever.
Hitting.
and I'm mixing it with something totally different than what's on the plate too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
He
we
mixed
had
it with the octopus.
we had octopus there.
Oh,
It was pretty damn good.
I don't think I could eat that.
That's fire. You gotta try it.
You guys can have it all.
You gotta try it. It's so
Hey, I'm
good.
telling you, it's pretty good. Like I didn't
Okay.
think I would like it looked weird, but then
It
you
tastes
eat
like
you're
chicken,
yo.
honestly.
A little chewier, but it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
with like rings on it.
No, it ain't got no rings
The
on it.
what are they called?
I
I'm
love
gonna say the wrong
calamari.
word, so I'm not
You
gonna
gonna
say it.
Tentacles?
Testicles.
Tentacles?
You just wanted to say testicles.
I know what she was thinking. That is hilarious. No, it's pretty good though. They got some
Okay.
a lot of it, and they're tiramisu or whatever.
Ooh, I
Yes.
love tiramisu. Is it
Fire.
good?
Yeah,
I will
it's
tell you the
fire.
best dessert, I think, in Arizona is at Tarbell's.
Mm.
And it is a salted caramel rosemary cheesecake.
Oh,
It's the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth.
that was
Damn.
good.
Wait,
Mark my words.
we gotta shout them out, man. So we can pull up.
No,
We should definitely do a collab with you because I would love to see the behind the scenes, like
Yeah.
with the restaurants and stuff like that, and try some food out. That'd be fire.
Yeah, when I need like a fleet to help me eat. That rhymed. I didn't like it.
Hey.
Yeah, no, don't be like him. He
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
make
that would
it
be
easy.
fun.
But it's cool too
That's
with like
alright.
restaurants. Like I had one, they were like, bring like 10 people.
Yeah.
And then they just brought out everything on the menu. And I was
Mhm.
like, this is beautiful.
Mhm.
Like,
It's so nice to give them a chance to try it too,
Yeah.
like and like experience what we do for a
Mhm.
living or like what we do behind the
Yeah.
scenes because people don't. They're like, "What? You get to eat all this for free, or you get paid to do this? This is crazy!" And then your friends are like, "Oh, I want to do this too. It's fun."
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's a good like reminder too to show you like how cool it is of like what we get to do.
Yeah.
And bring us back to that moment early on.
No,
That we forget.
that we forget because
Yeah.
we do it all the time.
Yeah.
We me and Leon. You ever been to Alma?
Mm-mm.
So me and Leon, we were invited to like they had an influencer
That brunch
event.
thing.
Yeah, we went and actually, what's the name was there? And they had
Why don't you mention it?
Alexis.
Well,
on.
so is the girl who stole my tagline. But
Oh,
that's
she
fine.
was there.
Yeah.
Did I meet her?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait.
Oh my
Wait, if
gosh.
she, never mind. We'll talk about it off camera.
Wow.
But we went there.
That's also why I don't go to media events.
Okay,
Mm.
makes
Not
sense.
her, but I just
But-
don't want to
You
deal
run
with
into
that
I could do it.
situation.
I could do it.
But I mean, on a positive note, we went there and the food was great and
Food was
it was
good.
free, of course, and the
Okay.
drinks was really good. So definitely a great spot to try if you ever get a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
It's in
sure.
Scottsdale,
10 out
right?
of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Leon got pretty faded.
What? You?
Who me?
Yeah, you did, bro.
Who,
you
me?
did.
Vodka?
You did.
You're like free vodka?
Hey, it was delicious. Delicious.
Are
No, we had a good time. It was a good vibe,
Yeah.
everything.
And it was
You-
brunch too.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a bruncher.
You don't like brunch?
No. I feel like breakfast is the one thing I don't want to pay for out somewhere.
When you go out.
Like
you
I
have to
can
be in
make
the
this at
mood.
home.
We gotta ask you. Have you ever been to Waffle House?
Yes.
They
Yes.
love Waffle House, bro.
It is
They love-
gross.
What?
That's what I said.
Hold up,
What?
man.
They eat it for fun. They go
Yeah,
and they
you
just
what?
enjoy
What
it.
time? Like 2 a.m.?
Man.
Anytime.
No, sometimes
Anytime.
1 p.m., bro.
That's
I'm like, what are
crazy.
you guys
Ew.
doing?
Yo,
Nobody's at a Waffle House at 1
They
p.m.
are.
Hey, I live right by a Waffle House.
Man,
I
we
love
we
that
went
joint.
after the gym.
You want to
last
know what's
week.
interesting? At any time of the day, you could drive by a Taco Bell and somebody's sitting inside eating.
Oh, I love Taco Bell.
Like, do you
Taco
eat
Bell.
inside of a
No,
Taco?
I
See?
don't.
Like
Actually-
that's weird to me.
Actually, my first date, my first ever real
You did not go to
boyfriend,
Taco Bell on a
when I
first
was
date.
18, he took me to, he was from Monterey, and he took me to Taco Bell in my hometown. That was our first date.
That's why it didn't work out.
No, it didn't. Well, it didn't work out because of other things. Well, I'm loca.
I like her style.
No, I
Taco
moved
Bell.
You
on.
don't like Waffle House?
I didn't say I actually, I
You
think
did
I did
say
say I
that.
didn't
You
like
did
it.
say that.
It's just not my favorite.
It's scary.
No, it's not.
Bro, I be seeing every ghetto video I see
Taco
online.
Bell is scary.
There's
them
like fights there.
There's fights, and the cooks are
Over-
getting in the fights.
Not
over
a-
hash browns.
Over-
Not
Who's
at every
getting mad over
location.
hash
Not at every
browns?
location. I
It's
went to Waffle
Arizona.
House when I was in college, and that's where you would go when you were drunk, and like it was the last thing open because nothing because I moved here in 2015. Back then, like nothing was really open late, and except for Waffle House.
I don't like breakfast food, so I don't go
Okay,
to
all right.
Waffle House.
So that makes that
Yeah,
makes sense.
because it's
I know
like,
they have
It's
other
scary.
stuff,
I don't
but
know if I
like,
like it.
where else have you been outside of Arizona as far as like when you go to experience food?
I went to Dallas, Fort Worth a couple months ago.
I'll be going there next week.
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it.
No,
I was there in the summertime.
it was interesting. Went to San Diego.
Okay.
Love San Diego. Where else have I gone?
Like
Went to
when you,
London, Ireland.
Ooh, how was the
Uh,
food?
It was okay. See, that's too. I think I'm too picky now. Like
You just too advanced.
too
Yeah.
advanced.
You've
You
You've
know?
had you've experienced different foods, and you're like,
But I will say, so my friend owns a mezcal company, and he always goes to Mexico. So I go with him for day trips, and we go to Mexicali. Those are some of the best tacos I've ever had in my life.
Mhm.
California has the best Mexican food. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is Mexico.
She's
Oh.
talking about legit.
What's Mexicali? I thought.
Yeah.
Mexicali is like
Right.
the border by Yuma.
Oh, so not Cali? I
No.
don't- Oh, I thought
It's
that was
right-ish by it. But
Okay, never mind. Well, California has really good Mexican.
this is the real deal, you know.
Well,
But-
you can't get more authentic than Mexican food in Mexico.
Oh man.
Well, I will say some of the Mexican food I didn't love in Mexico.
Really?
Like I was just in Guadalajara, nothing like wowed me.
Mhm.
But I too think I'm realizing now that I'm traveling internationally is like I think that's how food's supposed to taste.
Exactly. I was gonna say
It's the
And the
culture.
food out here is
'Cause-
obviously poison,
because
but
it's real. It's legit organic
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
fresh,
Mhm.
not very salted. Like, I mean, some of it, yeah, you know, whatever. But it just is very different. So I think I'm just used to all the saltiness and fatty food out here.
Yeah, we just got all type of diabetes and high cholesterol.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even need to go any further on that. Any upcoming projects?
I don't think I have anything too exciting happening. I am going to start my own podcast.
Okay,
Love that.
congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are we the first? This is the first time you announcing it?
No, I put like a teaser out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to like dive in deep with chefs and hear their story, call it off the line.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, like they're outside of the kitchen.
I like the line.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. I can't wait.
So-
Oh,
That's gonna be a
so
thing.
clever.
And then I've just been sticking to myself, so just whatever opportunities come. Which baseball thing tomorrow?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, aren't you going somewhere?
Chase
Yeah,
Field.
Chase, yeah.
Opening day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the rah room, so
Oh, all right.
Phoenix Suns.
Oh my
I'm gonna tell you,
gosh.
when you go, it's 10 out of 10.
You been?
Oh, you
Yeah.
went?
Wait, how
Wow.
did you get in?
I got my sources, and
Ew.
it was a vibe. It was
Okay.
a vibe. 10
I
out of
see how
10.
it
I've
is.
been,
Dressed up.
He
I've been
knows
twice.
basketball players.
No, I wasn't with a basketball player, but I was.
Oh,
Wait,
I hope-
who are-
What?
I was connected with somebody that's like deep within the Suns and just the industry and stuff. You know about it. Yeah. So
I don't know
Yeah.
about it, so
yeah.
You don't know about the rah room?
I don't know about their connection
Oh.
because
Yeah,
I wasn't invited.
It's 10 out of 10. Really, you wasn't in the picture at the time,
Mm-mm.
but they have
Oh.
really good drinks. You're gonna like it
Mhm.
for sure.
Okay.
$15,000 for a membership. It better
Yeah,
be good.
it's
I heard they have a
crazy.
free candy room though.
Yeah, they do. Free candy room, free popcorn. You can run into anyone when you walked in there. I think the first day I walked in there, I ran into like D Book and his family. I saw Matt James that was on The Bachelor. Remember the black guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I ran into him. So you just never know who's gonna be in there. But it's cool though. It's a vibe.
that's cool.
Well, Arizona Suns, Tastes of AZ, and
Phoenix Suns.
oh,
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, she don't watch sports.
woo, Lord, Phoenix
Arizona
Suns.
Suns.
Oh my
Take
gosh,
that.
yeah, Phoenix
Yikes.
Suns. See,
Phoenix
I need
Arena,
to be
Phoenix
invited
Suns.
because I obviously need more.
We just lost that connect. You
I
know.
know. I knew the name.
They said she don't even know the name. We have been invited to some Phoenix Suns events. Me and Leon, before Liv became a part of the team, me and Leon went to our first Phoenix Suns event downtown Phoenix, and it was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe. We met a lot of people there. We saw like the new So what they did was it was a new launch for like their new jersey release,
Oh yeah.
and they was like had all like the dope pictures and like the arts and stuff like that. It was
That's cool.
a really good time. So,
I know I go to the Global Ambassador sometimes, and it's right by the
Mm.
training.
Yeah.
where they practice and stuff.
hmm
Yeah,
Mm.
good time for
You
sure.
be seeing them sweaty and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, but
That's good.
I want to ask you, what's your dating life like? If you don't mind me asking that.
I asked
how-
him,
how
I
do
could
you-
ask you anything.
Hey, he went right. He jumped right into it.
like since because we've been talking about
how
food
much
so
time
much.
you got? Just
Not that much, but I would like to know. You have a personal life, obviously. So like,
do I?
I would like to think you have a personal life. I mean, you going on dates? Like, how do you balance the two?
Um,
Are you single or the men?
No, I am single.
Fellas, oh, bingo.
it's gonna take a lot for me to find somebody. No, I had a boyfriend a year ago. He's a deadbeat. I don't want to say that.
Oh, I
but
thought you were gonna say he's dead.
No,
Oh my god.
no, he's not. I was dating Christmas time, and then I'm very picky. Like, I know what I want, and I'm not gonna like
You
settle
should,
or
though,
just
yeah.
have somebody around. And then I think too, what I realized lately is that a lot, I don't want to say a lot of people, but a lot of people I think use you for free
Oh,
stuff.
that's what- yeah.
Mm.
And so it's hard to find somebody who actually like
It's
wants
genuine.
you
also.
for you and not your free food or connections.
Really? Is that what it's coming down to?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And so I'm like, on dating apps, I don't even like to tell people what I do for a while. And it sucks because a lot of them are they'll be like, oh, I follow you, or I followed you for this long. And I'm like, cool. So you know exactly. But I don't really go on dates. I'm not like out searching. I did go on one with some chef a week ago, but it didn't work out.
Okay.
I also don't want to date in this industry just because,
You want to separate that.
yeah, I don't. But then again, they know like how it is and like, I don't know, the connection. They get it.
Yeah, it's
So
hard
what?
dating people who don't understand what you
Mhm.
do for a living. Like,
Yeah.
I will say that. Like,
You're always on your phone.
always on your phone or wanting to do content with them, and sometimes they don't want to be in the camera and stuff like that. So,
Or like just go to a restaurant and film without, or not film and just
Yeah.
enjoy the food. Like,
yeah.
Mm.
what is that?
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't you just put your phone down and enjoy the moment?
no. Like, it's a new place. I gotta film it. But yeah, dating is hard.
It is.
And I think too, back to the Arizona thing, like nobody's from here and a lot of people just come and go.
Mhm.
And so it's hard to find somebody who like actually is here and not just trying to like find a thing this weekend for
yeah,
the waste
that
management
part.
or spring training.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So
It's
Yeah.
hard in general.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for everybody.
It's really just this generation, though. Like,
Yeah.
our
It
generation
is.
is terrible.
nobody wants to commit.
And
Yeah.
Arizona, I'm sorry, but the
Yeah.
dating scene here is whack.
Worst,
Is
worst,
there one?
worst
Pop the
date
balloon,
experience.
yeah.
Oh, you want to hear this?
Yes, here.
So I was in this church group. You think like you're gonna find like a good person? My friend was like, I got someone. I was like, all right. And it was a blind date. But I like saw pictures and I was like, he's okay. Like he's not great. But he
Sometimes
We'll
people
go.
look better in person.
yeah,
Mm.
personality, right? So I don't want to seem shallow, but anyways, we go to this, I don't think it was like Made of New York or something. It wasn't anything fancy.
Mhm.
And this man bought chicken wings, is dunking them in ranch. Like that his fingers are going in the ranch,
Dang.
sucking them off the bone,
wow.
licking his fingers. And I was
I'm
like, what the fuck is
done.
happening?
Check me out.
This was before I did food stuff, by the way. And then he like starts telling me about how his brother and him are like Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump because his brother was in the military and got his legs blown off. And so he doesn't have legs. And then he was like in a trailer and his brother like was cleaning a gun and it shot into his butt. And so this man like reaches into his shirt and grabs out a necklace and he's wearing the bullet that was in his butt.
Oh, he got shot in the butt?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And he's wearing the bullet around his neck like a proud like
That was
metal.
in his
Oh
booty.
my.
yeah.
Oh my
So I'm
God.
already like get me the fuck out of here. And I don't know if I can cuss, but I just did.
No, you're fine.
No, you fine.
You're fine.
And then we had already planned to go to the movies. So
On the first date?
yes.
Red flag.
So we went to dinner, then we went to the movies. And this man falls asleep. He's like snoring so loud. And I'm too nice of a person to walk out of this situation. So I just sat there through the whole movie. And
You should. Did you bump him?
no, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, bump him. You should have
Just
been
like-
like. It's like if I'm flying on. If I'm sorry, I don't mean to. If I'm
No.
on a plane and I'm snoring, I tell the people, "Hey, bump me." Like, wait, make sure.
I
don't
didn't
let me
think he
sit
was
up here
gonna
and snore.
sleep,
Oh my
but
gosh.
yeah. And then we like walked out. He walked me in my car, and he was like, "Can I kiss you?" And I was like,
No.
asked, can he
oh
kiss
my
you?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
great. Okay.
I mean, that's a respectful
cringe.
thing.
No,
but
not you never.
Not when you feel the
asked.
vibe.
Yeah.
You got-
there
you-
was no vibe.
look-
Well, then it was. He should have never asked.
True.
With
But-
all morning breath, he would have.
That was one of the worst.
After he was sucking on his fingers, dipping rings.
Morning breath. He
He's
slept.
like-
Ugh.
He's like,
And then he got married and had twins, and I was like, thank God I dodged that bullet. Like, yeah, I think I'm like good luck Chuck. Like everybody I date ends up married like within a year. So
Uh,
that's my date.
I'm sorry.
I was
You
gonna
could write a story, like a book on my life.
no,
dating
you're
life.
really funny. Like honestly, like I'm excited for your podcast, and like if you ever want to get into like stand up, bro, I think you would have some awesome,
Absolutely.
funny stories.
It's just my life. My life's a joke.
Oh no,
Like
it's
you
so
can't make it up.
I don't know if this is allowed, but is there a restaurant that you like would never encourage people to go to that you've been to, whether it's like dirty or like other than the coffee shop with a sex offender?
Oh yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna say the name of this place,
Okay.
but I went there a long time ago, like on my own, paid on my own, made a video and said it wasn't my favorite,
Okay.
which also makes me nervous, like for like ever posting my opinion.
oh wow! Somebody called you.
She attacked
Oh
me.
my god.
And she's like, how dare you during COVID and this. And then she saw the Bible verse in my bio and she was like, you claim to be this religious person and you're attacking small businesses. And I was like, first of all, I only said it wasn't my favorite.
Oh my god.
I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're turning all these people away. And so I will never go back there. I blocked them.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
they're nasty.
Wow.
They're lost.
Can you tell me later what it's called so I don't go?
Sure.
Okay.
Just don't publicly put it
Yeah.
out there.
So tell me later.
We do gotta wrap up. Dang. I had a question on my mind, just went blank.
I've been there.
The opposite, if there's any hidden gems. I mean, you kind of already mentioned Humble Bistro, but is there any place where you know like isn't getting the recommendation that it deserves that we can possibly shout out, or any restaurants that you kind of want to give a shout out to, just like so people who are watching can know like, oh, that's where I'm gonna go next.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Give us like your top 5.
Oh, I can't think. I would say just look at my page.
Okay.
Because I always post like the small mom and pops that I think need help and deserve it.
Mm,
That's my tagline.
What-
Places that deserve help.
Where's a great place you would want to somebody to take you on a date to?
Oh, that's a good question.
The global ambassador.
Yeah. All right.
Global
That is a
Ambassador.
vibe. What about
Go take me a
Kala?
massage.
Been to Kala?
Yeah.
You know, like it.
I'm
that
not
phase.
having my date take me there.
That's
There's
bad.
like all 10s there.
At Kala?
Yes.
You a 10?
Stop.
No, seriously.
I am not.
You a
I
10?
know
you're
you're not supposed to
11.
talk bad about yourself, but I'm like, that's Scottsdale. I don't want to go there and like.
Global is.
Okay, that is
10s at
true,
Global.
but I feel like Global's more humble.
What?
Yeah.
You run into celebrities there all the time.
But I feel like more welcome
Mm.
with how I look there.
I've been there pretty quite often.
I don't know.
But I mean, both spots are good. I mean,
love
it's
Leone.
definitely a hit. It's not a miss for sure.
I would also say maybe Denabe. That's at the W Hotel.
Oh,
love the
it's inside
W.
the
It's
W.
like it's like a Wagyu steak.
It's
restaurant.
upstairs.
Mhm. The only thing I don't like is you look out the window and there's like girls in their bikinis with their butts out, and it's like
Yeah,
I'm paying $80 for a steak. I don't want to see a butt. Like,
yeah, that's true.
let's close the window.
A lot of
I think my friend works there.
distractions.
It's really good steak. I just any
No, at the bikini
steakhouse.
butt one.
Oh,
Yeah, I just want one.
nice.
So Global is the spot you would love to
I just
go.
love the vibe and the food and
First date.
Shout
What
out
time?
Global.
early.
Like 6 o'clock, 7.
No, I'm like an early dater.
like 4 o'clock,
No, like 5:30.
5:30. Okay.
6.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there during all the craziness.
Yeah, it get crazy after
It gets
9.
packed in there.
Yeah,
I'm going for my birthday soon.
Nice.
it does get
I'm
pretty
gonna hit up
crazy.
spa day
Yeah,
When's your birthday?
nice.
May 1st.
Dope.
I will not be there on May 1st. Anyway,
Dope.
but I'm a dive bar girl for my first date,
Really?
and a lot of people think that's trashy, but like that's my vibe.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, the reason for a date to get to know somebody. So I'd rather go somewhere where we can eat some good stuff and have a
Talk.
conversation.
Yeah, have a conversation.
Comfortable.
I like what you said, red flag, when someone wants to go to a movie, because I feel like you can't ever like get to know your what?
I was talking to him.
Talking
I ain't hear him,
smack.
so it don't even matter. Finish.
You know, you don't get to
Finish what
like
you said.
get to. Yeah, he always does. He's a hater.
I did not. I was saying, this is what I said. I said he didn't say red flag. I said it, but it's
Oh,
cool.
say it
But
with
it's
your
cool.
chest. You said it. Sorry,
No,
Montae.
it's cool. It's not a big deal.
Montae mentioned that it's a red flag when you go
He
to
did.
I
a
do like that. You
movie.
said that.
I got you. And I think that's totally true. Like, I think when you go on a first date, like, to each their own, but you should definitely have time to conversate, get to know the person, because what if you don't want to go on a second date? One of my really good friends, her first date recently was going paddle boating on
That's
Tempe Town Lake.
dangerous.
Not paddle boating, the one where you, like, do your little feet.
Oh,
You're
okay, yeah.
stranded on the water.
I don't think I could do that on a date.
What if they like
Pedal
attack
boat.
you?
Oh, I would hope
This-
not.
So Tempe Town Lake.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
like where you
okay.
could rent those
Absolutely
pedal.
Not the first
I think they
date.
went to sushi first or something, or maybe they did it after.
So that was
but-
part of the date.
yeah, they did two thing. But I thought that was kind of like romantic. Like you go and like, what if you fall and then he saves you?
I will never go
What?
on
What if you
water.
can't swim? Then you screwed.
I hope he wouldn't pick a place that he can't do. That's like someone saying, "Let's go play basketball," and they can't
He
dunk.
trying to be cute, I guess. He trying to be
The
romantic.
best one I had though was we went to a bar and then they had like the peanuts on the table. That was
Oh,
before
what's
like
that place
was-
called?
Texas
It's
Roadhouse.
called-
Texas
like that.
Roadhouse.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Hey, Texas Roadhouse is
I
good.
did not
I
go
like
there.
their toes.
I like Texas
I like-
Roadhouse. I like it.
Yeah, I like Texas
I'm
Roadhouse.
down to work, y'all.
That's better
Anyway.
than Waffle House.
Okay.
It was like
I didn't say all that.
it wasn't a
but
chain.
I
It
do
was like
y'all.
local. But we went there and then one of my favorite places is Santan Flat out where I live.
Okay.
And they just have like bonfires and you sit
Oh.
by the fire and listen to music and have some drinks.
Nice.
Sit under the stars. Romantic.
I like it.
I took somebody on a date too. First, we went to dinner, and I used to do security at this strip club, right?
Oh,
And
that's
I-
where you took her?
And I took.
You did
No,
not.
you didn't.
And she said,
Was it the
this
Alaskan
best-
Bush Company?
I used to work there.
Wait, why
ABC.
you say
How
that?
do you know
Hey,
ABC?
my brother-
Wait,
That's what it's called.
ABC.
Y'all
Hey.
be saying ABC.
We never said that.
I never knew it was
Who
Alaska.
told you about that?
I drove down Grand
My
Avenue
buddy's part owner
sometime.
there.
They there all the time. They were
Okay.
there last week.
Cool.
So check it out. So check it out.
And they got like a steak deal?
no. So check it out.
They got
So
wings.
I forgot what we
I'm
went.
sure they do.
I forgot what we went to dinner at, but it was a good dinner. And then I was like, listen, like my buddy, I had to explain the story. My buddy's part owner. You know, it's a vibe. Am I lying? It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I guess that
So
takes
so
some
we go
guts.
there and we get to get out like I know all the bartenders, I know
VIP.
everybody there. They know, you know. So we have a little fun there. And then I also worked at one down the street from there. So that's where they got the wings at.
Dirty teas.
Dirties.
What's up with you? She know all the spots, bro.
I don't go to them. I just know them.
She
We
know.
invite, and we are so
We
all our
invite you though if
guests-
you want to get some
But
wings.
isn't the T or it's like the Y is like a martini on the logo?
Dirties.
Yeah.
Or something like
Hey,
that.
they have.
She
We'll
pays
take
attention
you if
to
you want to
detail.
go for the wings.
Hey,
They have
no,
really good
so
wings.
all our
so-
guests we actually invite out to
Yeah, we go get
I have to go. It's weird.
no, it is. I honestly believe it or not, it's the wings are
Yeah,
crazy.
wings
So
are
did you get a
fire.
The
second
food
date?
is yeah, actually. She said she had the best
Wow.
time.
Good.
Because
Okay.
it was well, first of all, she felt safe.
Wow.
She felt safe. We ate good at first, had a good time there. And then it's more of a people
Then you ate later.
It's more of a people.
You saw.
That's why she had to come out and kick it with us.
Nah, she be a vibe. Nah, for real.
No, you gotta. So we. But it's more of a people watching situation. You
Mm.
post up somewhere and you drink and you just kind of.
That's like
You know
global
what I'm saying?
ambassador.
You just.
But yeah,
vibe.
but Globe ain't got strippers. But yeah,
And
Ah,
'cause
pretty damn
they
close.
do. They just
Yeah, they are
they just
happy,
undercover.
A lot of BBLs for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that's all. It was fun. She said this was
You should have gone to the Dream Palace.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, that's a strip club. It's in
I
like,
just know that because they had the coolest
the
night.
sign outside.
Yeah. There was a furniture store next door and it said
Yeah.
wanted one night stand.
Yeah, I
What?
remember
That's
passing that all the
clever
time.
marketing.
It's like by the
that's
light
smart
rail.
though. Put it right by the Dream Palace.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
You seem to know a lot about a lot of
Okay,
shit,
I
though.
drive around a lot.
Yeah.
I travel
I'm
for
starting to
food.
question this conversation.
We forgot to mention her side hustle. I'm surprised.
Yeah, right.
There's something you don't know.
So I'm sure you've been in one before.
I've only been to one strip club
Where
in
you
my
go?
life. It was called Dick's.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Richards.
Was it men stripping?
Yes.
Wow, there's men stripping.
Actually, that's a lie because I went there when I was 18. That was a weird experience.
Yeah, I feel like everyone goes when they're 18, like at least
Yeah.
once.
But it was an interesting place. No, I met one of my followers when I was at a Phoenix Rising game, and her husband. This is weird. They were like, "Do you want to go with us to the strip club?" And I was with all my friends from Minnesota, and they were like, "Yeah." So we went to Christie's Cabaret
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Oh yeah, I passed by that spot.
Is that a-
by a Waffle House.
It is by.
That's
Oh.
right. And that's the one where when the club shut down, everybody go to that Waffle House.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
No, not that one. It's the Waffle House next to Chrissy.
Yeah, on
by Mills Mall.
Yeah, on baseline.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That's right.
Arizona Mills?
Yeah.
That place
Oh
needs to
my-
be burned down to the ground.
Yeah, it's speaking of Arizona Mills and sex trafficking, there was
Coffee shop.
there was a coffee shop recently that I just want to read this article. In Phoenix 7 days ago, there was a coffee shop owner, Randy Denton, 42, the owner of Xandu Coffee Co. in downtown Phoenix, was sentenced on March 26 to a year in jail and lifetime supervised probation as a registered sex offender after pleading guilty to attempted child sex trafficking. AZ Central News says it came exactly 1 year after the Surprise Police Department arrested him in connection with a 2024 sting. So don't
go there.
Don't go to Xandu Coffee Co.
Go to
Well, I'm
Luana's.
pretty sure that's gonna get shut down pretty soon.
He ain't gonna
And
make it.
Randy's name is gonna be Candy.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap.
Jen,
Sorry about that.
It's been real.
it's been real. We really appreciate you. It's been dope. I'm happy that you were able to come.
Thank you
You
for
know, when I
having
met
me.
you the first time, good vibe, good energy. That was a good day by the day. But anyway, because you know, we had this situation with the Jack Ryan where he made this
Arnold.
Jack Arnold. He
Oh.
made the speaker fall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So good times. But for your following, you know, for people that's still following, and for those who don't, how can they continue to follow your journey?
Tastes, plural, of AZ on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I started popping off on Facebook recently. I don't know why. YouTube, I think is Taste of AZ influencer or something, but you can just search Taste of AZ.
What about your personal? You want to share your personal?
Oh, you do have a
I go a
personal
little
page.
unhinged on that one, so
Okay.
it's just my first and last name. But
For sure. Got you.
do with that information as you will.
Do you post separately on Facebook, or does it you just loop it through Instagram?
No, I post.
Post separate on Facebook. Okay, smart.
I represent next. Shout out to Evo. Man, that's the place to go. Try that octopus. And what's the one you like?
The feta.
The feta. So shout out to Evo. North Scottsdale Evo. Also, Lion Luxury Transportation, my limo service. I will pick you up, take your friends and family to brunch, take you to dinner, wherever you need to go. Holla at me, Leo.
Shout out to ABC.
And shout out
wild.
to ABC.
I'll take you there for wings.
I'll take you to Dirty's for wings, but I'll take you to ABC for a good time.
Yeah. All right, Liv.
Speaking of fitness and eating and fitness, I'm a personal trainer, Official Live Be Fit. So if you ever want to go to the gym and hang out, but get a workout into, hit me up. Follow me on Official Live Be Fit and my main, The Real Live B.
I love that. Guys, thank you for watching, and make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. We're definitely trying to get better with this content. If you guys have any ideas, definitely drop them in the comments. Let us know what you think of this episode with Jen. And if you guys would like to see us do a collab with Jen, I think I should drop that in the comments.
Yeah,
as
drop it in
well.
the comments.
ABC.
For sure.
I'm a piece.
maybe an ABC collab. Thank you guys, man. Stay tuned for the next episode.
All my properties exceed appraisal. Hold this shit together like a staple. You my brother, I could not betray you. Too much money piled on the table. We got prize horses in the stable. I feel like SGA, the way I be making them plays. I'm going 32.